Okay. Hello. Oh, they didn't start it. Hello. Welcome to the Tooth Run Steep. My name is Terryn,
I'm Callie.
and normally we talk about all things Law and Order, SVU, or nice kind of like, but today we are doing a completely unscripted episode where we talk about anything and everything that we are interested in, since we thought that like, hey, since it's the off week, let's you guys get to know us and what we like to do with our time.
Yeah.
So here we
And we'll
go.
share things with each other too.
Yes, I didn't even bring any content. Oh well, I'll just think about it later when it comes up. So
Well, I was thinking about it, and
I just
we have
off shot it.
two musicals that we both love that we both have in
I
common.
do. Musicals.
Here's
We
the
did talk
first
about
one.
that. Yes, definitely.
You can't see it. I'm pointing to my Hamilton
Yeah.
poster in
Yeah, I
order.
almost went to saw it. I almost went to see it, but then I didn't. I think I told you this or how I did not
Should
end up going.
have.
Yeah, so I did not get to see it. My aunt did, but I didn't.
You need to see it.
I know. Just when it
It's,
comes to hopefully it comes to Atlanta soon, so I
this
can.
is not. This is an order turn. You need to go see Hamilton.
I
You
know it
talk
is.
about it all the time.
I know I literally watch it like every week, at least once a week, maybe less than that. It used to be I
Yeah.
watched it at least once a week just because it was
Live
like
is
my
an
timer for
experience.
homework. Yes.
And then the other musical we love is Six.
Yeah. I
And
remember when
it's
the Broadway came out. The Broadway like came out. We listened to it together. It came out at midnight.
yeah,
It
I
was
was like,
11 for me,
I
midnight for
was
you. We were like,
about to
oh.
go to sleep, and then the album came out, and we
I was
both
like,
just
no.
stayed up and listened to it. We were like, nope, okay. Um, it's coming on tour in Boston again, and I
This
literally
is
saw it
this is
in July, and I'm like telling my family, I'm like, I want one thing for Christmas and one thing only, and that's to go see the tour because this is literally coming my second favorite show of all
yeah.
time.
There
Like,
hasn't been one close enough. I'm waiting for
obsessed.
Atlanta. Hopefully they'll do Atlanta.
Like I spent last week organizing all my playbills.
Mm-hmm.
Put this as number two.
Yes, I have. I don't even. I have a couple of playbills. I have some from like the local theater. I have one of the ones I got in like
Yeah,
the the
playbills are
giveaways.
everything
Yeah.
for me.
Yes. I need to
They're like
frame mine or something.
memories of
Yes,
them.
definitely. I signed my. I mean, I don't know. I think my mom has too, but I never like personally got one of my own playbills. I'm
Like
in.
my family will go see shows, and I'm literally like, bring me back a playbill, so I have it.
Yeah.
Like I have playbills in my binder that I just got that I didn't see the show personally, but family did, and I just liked the show, so I told them to get it.
Mm.
There's one that I got my aunt and Nana
I do
in
too.
July when my mom and I went to go see Wicked. They went to go see Mr. Saturday Night, and I just wanted it because there was an actress in it that I liked.
Mhm.
Well, the show closed September 4th, and I have the playbill, so I got
Mm.
like a piece of Broadway history in my own house. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't want to like jump right into the music. That
Uh,
will be annoying. But
what else we're gonna talk about? So
the Owl House. Did we mention that last time? We probably mentioned it
no,
last
we
time.
didn't mention the Owl House last time because
But the
um,
first episode came out. I don't
I
know when
made
the
a
next
peanut butter.
one.
I made a peanut butter and jelly bagel.
Yum.
So like, it's a real sticky. Um. well, Okay, so yeah,
Um,
we it's been a time we watched like I discovered the Owl House over the summer when I was acting. Um, when my castmates were talking about it, and I watched it. And I was like, bro, this is so good. What was I missing out on? And I was like, Cal, you need to watch this show. So then you
and
watch this
I
show.
had like seen things about it or heard about it, and I just never like dived into it. But
Yeah, then we
I
couldn't
trusted
stop.
Karen, and she said it's good, so I went to watch it. And I was like, "This is so good."
So good. The season 3 premiere came out
Not only is it
Monday
like,
or Tuesday
I
last
don't know,
week.
not only is it
This
like
week.
magic and like drama, but also representation because
Mm-hmm.
there's like two, actually, technically, two queer relationships in the show.
Mm-hmm.
One main one, and then like one on and off side one.
Yeah. There's a
But
lot of like queer characters too, which is a very like good thing to have, but like Disney did not want us to continue supporting the show, and it's a whole downward spiral. So it is not.
No, literally, Disney was like, "This is the last season because
Yeah,
of
we're
this,"
cutting you.
and everyone was like, "No, how?" At first, we were only gonna get like 2 seasons, and everyone's like, "No, no, no, you cannot end it on that note." So we're
No.
getting to season 3. Hopefully, we'll end
From
up
the first
wrapped in a bow and write
Yeah.
it, because I can't deal
Yeah.
with cliffhangers.
Yeah. If you guys have not watched The Owl House, go watch it. It's on Disney Plus. But the season 3 episode one's on YouTube also.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Yes, we'll recommend definitely. Definitely recommend.
I know we said we weren't gonna talk about SVU.
I mean, we can. I just better to make it.
It's literally parts of us.
Yeah.
You put the next chapter of your fic.
I did. I'm still working on it. So chapter 4 is getting started, and I cleared the notes. I don't know if you're looking at it. That's what I.
You're muffled again.
Oh, that's probably me leaning back in the chair too far. Yeah.
Yeah. So Terryn has a solo fic out called "Real Heroes."
Yes.
And it's a continuation of her. What's your story called?
It was like Barson one. It was like a bunch of like Barson one shots, and it wasn't supposed to be this long. It was supposed to be like 3 chapters. But then I was like, wait, there's way much to the story I want to tell. So it's gonna be like
whole story that you did.
It's a whole story now. Like it's gonna keep going. Maybe I've at least got 4 or 5 more chapters. Probably.
Well, this is the difference between you and me. So you had a solo story that you did, and you fully started it. I had a solo story that I started and had so many ideas from. Then we started writing Forevermore and The Truth, and all the ideas I had for my solo story, I put in our story, and now my solo story is good. I can do like solo one shots, but I don't have like a basis for a solo story. I have one that's like running through my head, but it is so freaking random and niche that not everybody would fully understand it.
Like I had forgotten about that story for a while, and then I was like, "Dang, I need to keep writing on that." There's ideas in my head, I like to write them down before I forget, because I literally forget everything. So I went for it, and when you go to sleep at night, I get back to writing.
Because I have work.
I'd be like, okay. And I'm like, well, I go to school, but I don't care about staying.
I should, but you know,
only 3 more weeks. I actually have to.
Like I should sleep.
You know, I don't ever actually fall asleep. Yeah, I have actually gotten sleep. I'm not grumpy and kind of loopy, so it's fun. Yeah, we're all good.
I somehow am like still okay. I function.
I was like, because I was like really, I don't know what I was talking about when we recorded last. It seemed like it was a whirlwind, and I got the giggles real bad.
Yeah.
And then I got some sleep, and now I'm okay. I went to class Monday and was like, I was just saying all kinds of stuff like, teacher's like, are you okay? And I was like, actually, no, but it's okay. I was like, are you okay, Terryn?
No. You need to sleep.
I did get some sleep now, proper sleep. My whole problems have been solved.
That's
to be an adult, solve all of my problems.
Yeah.
So now
no, I don't like when you're tired. Makes me sad for you, because I should sleep better. You should sleep better. We both need to sleep better, but I usually just don't sleep until the weekends. Speaking of weekend, I got a long weekend, and Monday is Roll's birthday.
It is. We're working on a fic that we started today. Today is Friday, as a real life day.
We actually decided to be smart and plan ahead and remember when somebody's birthday was.
Of course we did. We would be banned from the fan if we had forgotten. I feel like we deserve to be banned.
Oh yeah, no. If we didn't remember Roll's birthday, we never could talk about him again.
Show our faces again. Podcast over. Everything's
gone. Canceled. Have to finish Malachi's birthday fic.
Yeah, it's literally almost done. I feel like they're working in the last scene.
Yeah, but we just need to actually finish it. I don't know, because his birthday. We need to at least finish it in October. His birthday's in October.
Yes. Okay, that gives us a week, and that gives us 10 days. No, today's the 21st. We get 10 days. 10 days.
Yeah.
10 days.
That's our mission.
10 days. Our mission.
Yeah, every time we watched a rerun last night.
And I was like, oh, I feel bad.
I was like, I miss Malachi, and Wesam is Wesam.
Yeah,
Wesam is currently in Japan.
Yeah, I was like, bro.
I'm like, please, I just need
Jet to say,
Jet just
something.
crumb. You called it a crumb. I need a crumb. Jet just needs to be like, yeah, he's at home doing such and such and such, and I'll be fine. Fine. That's it. Just need to know
Literally a
that the
crime.
character is in the universe, the organized crime universe, still somehow.
Yeah, literally, that's all I want. A crime.
Yeah.
Like,
That
that's all
way,
I
like,
need.
you know, Jalka is still alive because the way they ended it, they literally the last thing we ever got from them and the season 2 thing was them holding hands,
Mhm.
kind of smiling at each other. Like, please don't take that from us. We're
We don't
already
have
dealing
anything. Yes, we don't have
with,
anything.
we're already dealing with Belle and
Yeah,
Denise
man.
and the divorce.
The two. Oh man, it's the struggle.
Why? Why?
Literally,
Why?
why? Someone to give us a good reason why they thought that was fine. Like,
Yeah, no.
come
Why
on.
is that the option?
Why was that the option? Like, come on, y'all need an explanation. Like, why was that literally the option? Like, they could have worked. They literally can work it out. It literally is not that big of a problem. Like, I mean, sure, it's a problem, but still, it could be talked out. But
Like, with
no, it has
like,
to go straight to divorce. You really much time as for you,
yeah.
but we're free balling it here. Whatever happens, happens. I don't like this thing. There we go. That's better.
Yeah. So we got a divorce and then a strip that we don't know what's going on.
Literally, like,
I was talking with my dad last night about because we were watching the Lost one. It's the episode with the missing girl. One of the first.
I was watching
Like,
it
oh my
too,
God,
but you know,
Jet has
I was
a.
watching it too, but you indeed know what condition I was in when I was watching said episode. So, okay, I can't say that out loud, but you know what I was doing.
No, you really can't.
I can't say what I was doing, but I was watching the episode.
Yeah, it's the first episode we both
Can't imagine
decided
that.
that Jet actually has a canonical soft spot for children.
Yes,
And
we
I
did.
turned
We
to
were like, yep.
and I was like, if you just like first glance saw Jet, would you think she had a soft spot for kids? And he said yes. And I was like, really?
Where?
He's like, yeah, you can see it. And I'm like, yeah, but I meant in general. Because like, I don't know, there is a huge consensus, even in fics, that like Jet would not know how to interact with a child, let alone like children. And then Canon is like, her freaking out over a missing 9-year-old, and I'm like,
yeah, we kind of put in. We gotta write some more like Jet hanging out with, and we write the Resistance. Write some more about like Jet hanging out with the kids.
yeah.
Gotta write some more of that. We haven't done any of that.
Decided that like even though the characters never met, we have fully decided that Jet is Ayana and Denise's kid's aunt. Decided that. I'm not going to be hearing anything otherwise.
Yeah, to the end of our life.
I need her to canonically interact with the child. That's it. I just need to know. Just need to know how to go. That's it. Who is the I really wish I knew how to say her name. Odela is the one that we're both currently obsessing over.
Oh man, we were real obsessed.
She's in the new Black Adam movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and so she posted a whole bunch of pictures of herself on the red carpet, and oh my God, let me get them because
the ones I sent you earlier today, or some different ones. Oh,
man,
the ones.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I was like, oh man,
you are a goddess. You are stunning.
Yes, stunning. We just send pictures all the time to each other. I'm like, bro, yeah, why? I'm like, man,
stunning.
Exactly, literally, so stunning.
Literally so stunning. My screen can't even show it.
Yeah, it's like we can't let you. Like, guys, please go support. Please support other actors as well that are on the mothership as well. We love them all. Yeah,
we've decided to fully just go and watch the mothership. Starting like we watched the last 2 seasons where it was just like, This season after the premiere, we were both like,
can't put it down.
Oh,
straight up choke.
Well, I mean, I think we both kind of watched it for both started watching it for similar reasons.
Yeah.
A, it's just the Law and Order universe. How can we not? And B, Hugh Dancy was in it, so
Yeah.
we went.
I'm gonna watch that today.
Sam Waterston being there, I guess, was a bonus. We didn't really know who any of the other people were. We love them now.
We do.
Oh,
Cannot
I
stop.
think Anthony
Literally.
Anderson was because I know he was on the original.
Yeah.
But then he left and they brought in McCall, and I'm like, yes.
We love him. Yes. Yes. So good. Literally, we cannot put the like we started writing like stories for those characters and could not stop.
I literally was like, can we write them in the Resistance? And you're like,
Yep.
sure. Now it.
And then we were going that way of how we ended up doing it. Didn't expect that at all, but it's good.
I was literally like, what the heck would they do? What the heck would all of them do? We only know like bits and pieces about them. Literally, it took us. What is this? The second season of the Mothership? Technically, it took us 2 seasons.
Well, the first one was short too. The first one was only 8 episodes. The first one was short. It went from like when it came back in January. It went from January to
it took us 2 seasons to finally figure out that Cosgrove has 2 kids and a wife. And the like literally the only things we know about Price is that his brother died of an overdose, and that he used to be a defense attorney, now he's a prosecutor, and that Sam is from Georgia, and that Sam's sister was raped and murdered, and the police knew who did it. She knew who did it, but there wasn't enough evidence, so they couldn't do anything about it. And it's literally all we know about the characters. They were like, how do we take that tiny
we did a great job.
Ball of information and write full-esque kind of arc into it, and I think we did a good job. Once you see it, you'll find out.
Yeah, eventually. One day.
Yeah.
SRB. One day. We'll get back to truth eventually. Eventually.
Let's see. What
now? That's enough SVU for Law and Order for today. There's something. I don't know. We want to save that for next week when we talk about it, or do we want to just talk about it now?
What?
The set pictures.
Oh yeah, the set pictures.
Want to say that, or are we gonna talk about it now? You want to talk about it now?
Okay, so brought it up. We're gonna talk about it now. So we may or may not be getting a releasey wedding, and we all
may or may not. No confirmed or denied. We're just saying the pictures are possible. But somebody had to go. Somebody had to keep asking too much. She was like,
yes, somebody had to ask too many questions. Can't we just accept that we have pictures?
Yeah, we were like, whoa, pictures. We literally
thought it's like from a window and it's blurry, but you see Peter in a tux and Kelly in a white dress. And we all
a white dress. We're like, there's this. We like took pictures of our reactions. We're at work, so I'm in the basement. I was just like, bruh, I can't.
Yeah, I literally was in my staff lounge and my eyes dropped and I had to turn
there's like this picture. Hold on, you can't zoom, please. Phone, how much phone? We need to clock. This was what's like this picture. This one.
White dress.
That one.
And then there's the one of the girls.
This is the most like known one. This one. Did I say that one? I thought I did. Oh, yes, I did. This one.
And then the girl team brought. And then somebody asked David a bunch of questions, and he's like, "It's not what you expect." I mean, look, I get it. Maybe it isn't a wedding, but why else would she be wearing a white dress and he'd be wearing?
I mean, he's not allowed to confirm or deny that anyway. So it could be very true. I can't tell you that.
The only other thing I could possibly think it could be is maybe like an adoption thing, and that's why the girls are there too, and they're all celebrating the fact that Creasy just adopted the girls.
Yeah, but we forgot that.
But I don't know. I feel like a tux is still too fancy for that.
Yeah, we talked about how like legally how that actually works, and they have to be married. Anyway, but Law and Order doesn't care about realistic things anyway. But anyway.
Literally, if they got married, it would just be the gateway to everything else. They got married, the girls get adopted, happy releasey family.
Indeed, like all we need. That's literally all we need to be satisfied. But David can't confirm or deny this is true because that would ruin the episode.
You're muffled again.
I said David can't confirm or deny that's true anyway.
So, but literally, I remember because it was yesterday. And Thursdays are when I have my really long morning and I don't have my lunch break until 1 o'clock my time. Um, and my lunch break just happened to be at the perfect time because as I turned on my phone, I get a flurry of text messages and then go on Twitter and everybody's flipping out. I'm like, why is everybody flipping out?
That was third. That was
And you
Wednesday.
sent me the picture and I was like, wedding!
That was actually Wednesday.
I have to be upfront. My Barisi heart hurts a little
Like, listen, we just need
because
it. Really.
they are one of my ships and I love them so much,
Yeah.
but also Releasey is one of my ships, so I'm happy about that too. It's
We
like
want that to happen.
give or take, give and
It's
take.
like we just need, we could balance this out, you go on this rant every
Yes,
day.
I know.
Literally every day of my life, I go on this rant about how.
But it would be kind of weird for Barisi's if he officiated the wedding of them.
Oh yeah, we did.
Don't get me wrong. Would I absolutely love their interaction? Yes. Would it be slightly weird at the same time? Yes. Do I still love both ships? Yes. Yeah, so we may or may not be getting a wedding.
May or may not confirm or deny. We just, we'll find out in
Well, I
December.
mean, it could, like, at first I was like, why is she wearing a long sleeve white dress? And I remember the episode's like in wintertime.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Winter wedding.
But like, but
Winter
it's like
wedding.
what?
Winter wedding.
Yeah, but it's like, but then
That's
also
great.
there was the other picture somebody found of like, I think it's Mariska's stand-in person posted like a picture of like the flowers on the table, like one of those like centerpieces. And I was like, they were like, you
Winter
put the piece,
wedding.
yeah, you put the pictures together and you put the lines together, our little like thought boards, you know how like they have the like evidence, yeah,
I'm about to start crying over a winter wedding.
Oh man, yeah, we'll go cry. We need to go. We gotta finish writing that other fic. We've got too many fics.
We
Okay,
have way too many.
we gotta finish that other fic so then we can write the engagement, so we can write the wedding ourselves. Because in case everything goes boom and
We have the premiere fic we gotta finish, which leads to all that stuff, and then
yeah, we'll do it ourselves. Oh man, this is the life of two writers who literally have too much to do with their time and too many things.
So many works in progress.
Literally. One time we get on Christmas break, we will have many works in progress.
Oh yeah.
I
will be doing nothing else except writing then.
Literally writing every day.
Halloween's coming up. Yes. Who are you gonna be? What are you being?
I showed you already. I was gonna I got some that dress. I took you the
picture. Was it like a name of it?
No, there wasn't a name. I was just doing like fairy type. That's what I was gonna do this year.
Oh, pretty.
So, like I was gonna have my braids, but I took the braids out, and then I was like, dang, oh well. It was anyway. I'll look. Anyway.
I mean, like I don't necessarily have anywhere to go.
I don't know where to go. Oh, actually, I do. You see, it's my college's homecoming next week, so like we're doing like Halloween stuff as homecoming stuff. So like, it kind of gonna be together.
Yeah, so my school is having our picture day on Halloween.
Picture day.
So I already had a Halloween themed outfit all planned out already in advance. I have to like bring an extra shirt to change into to look nice for the pictures and then look Halloween-y for the rest of the day.
I guess.
And my other job is having everybody dress in costume, but I don't work Monday nights. And I'm like, really, the one Monday I'll actually work, I don't work. And my boss, my manager's like, just come in anyway, and I'm like, maybe. But I'm being a witch for Halloween again.
I remember you had like a little hat last year. You took a picture.
In college, I went to a Halloween store with some of my friends, and I just said, screw it, I'm going to spend a bunch of money on a really quality, well done costume, and that's going to be the costume for the rest of my time I do costume parties. So I've worn it every year for the past whatever. So should I probably make or get a new one? Yes. Am I going to this year? Nope. I'm gonna be a witch again.
I love it.
It's my thing. It's my thing.
Like my college is notoriously known for being haunted. So like it's like listed on like you can like look up on like online how like it's one of those like top 10 haunted colleges in America.
Lovely.
Like it might be on the list of top 10 or top 25. Anyway, it's on there. But the library ghost. We have like the library ghost,
Yeah.
and some people have said they have experienced a library ghost. And there's like the red lady, which everybody, if you actually Google it, people have written stories about the red lady like outside of our school, so it's kind of cool. But
Love that. Not
yeah,
really. Not too scary. SVU
but
is as scary as I can get. Like that's
I
my
would,
horror.
yeah.
Um,
I for some
which
reason
kind
aren't
of
really bothered by scary things
which
anymore.
is kind of awful because a lot of it is real life. But like, I
Mhm.
can't do horror movies. Can't.
Love a good one. Actually, I love horror video games that I'm not playing. I watch other people play horror games. I love
I
that.
can do like Halloween movies, like I can do Hocus Pocus, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and stuff like that. But I cannot do horror movies. If you're trying to make a horror movie, not gonna sleep, or I'll cry, or both.
We're
Okay.
watching a scary movie in our music movie class next week.
Oh, do you
I
know
don't know
which
who
one?
happens. Yes, we're watching Get Out.
Oh
Not
my god,
Wednesday.
that one.
I think next Wednesday we're watching it. Not
That
this week though.
one.
I think there's
That's like
another movie.
just like new genre
Yeah, because
horror
we
movie.
talk about been going through like we can see how they expire the little like we were watching Alfred Hitchcock films and how movies that he inspired and such were movies that we're going through. So Get Out is like one of the most modern movie we watched. I think
Yeah.
we're watching or they were watching an older movie next week, but uh all the missing the hallway steps I have to go to class. But
Yeah.
yeah.
See, okay,
I
we got
also my like
it.
whole other aside is the whole I cut my hair on purpose yesterday. I don't know what I
Yeah.
was like I was really my hair was really
It looks
scraggly. And I
good.
was like, bro, I can't just walk around with straight hair like this. So I cut it. My beautician
It
be
looks
mad when I
good.
actually go. Absolutely. You know, it's fun though.
I think it looks good.
Thanks. The first time I straightened it myself.
I remember the first time I um ever straightened my hair. I had like a really curly. I had like a bob when I was little. So I straightened it, and it looked so pretty. And we went to like a pool party at somebody's house. Um, and the water is freezing. And so my family grew up with a pool and a heater. So like if anything was below 80, I never went it.
Mm.
But this pool had a water slide. So,
It's
you
worth
know,
it. You had to put it
6-year-old me is like, water slide. And as soon as I hit the water, all of my curls returned. And I was like, where did my straight hairs go?
Man.
It's just really curly again.
Mm.
I've never straightened it since.
I always have to wait till it's cold because it'll frizz up again. So I'd waited till it was like 50 degrees. It was cold this week, which is weird. It was like at a cold snap for like 3 days, and now it's going back up again. But I was like, nah, this time streaming before
All
it goes
right.
to warm again.
We got like 6 minutes left, so I guess I can start this.
Yeah.
So I brought content today.
You did.
Um, I mean, we'll probably
Yeah,
talk
actually,
about.
let's talk about musicals.
Yeah, we're literally just gonna talk about musicals. No, yeah, because Taryn and I actually have. I said two shared musicals. I have three, because I also do like Little Shop of Horrors.
I do. I'm obsessed with Little Shop of
Um,
Horrors.
so in case you did not know, majority of you probably already do know if you see me scream on Twitter from time to time. My favorite musical of all time is Wicked. Even got my
Yeah,
shirt wore it for the
yeah,
occasion.
yeah. If you're on Spotify, you can see it, but if you're not on Spotify, you
If
can't.
not,
So
it's
I
literally
would have
just
to look at shirt
weird
on.
Wicked with like Alphabet and Glinda on it. Um, so I decided to take my little time of our episode and tell Taryn about Wicked.
I to be deeply informed.
Yes, I literally have. I made an entire playlist for her. I only picked like the my favorite song in the show, so there will be spoilers ahead. Um, so the basis of Wicked is what happened before Dorothy came to Oz. So it's like a kind of like a prequel to the Wizard of Oz with the like the growing up of the Wicked Witch of the West, Elphaba, and Glinda the Good. Wicked is actually based on a book made in 1995 by Gregory Maguire, and then that was taken and turned into the musical in 2004. The funny thing is, the book compared to the musical, well, I've never read the book, and I should. The book compared to the musical is much darker, much more grown up. I have no idea how they took the book and turned it into the musical. So, the original cast is basically like took a whole bunch of celebrities. The original cast is Adina Menzel and Christian Chenoweth. Do you know who they are before I keep going?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I do.
It wasn't actually always supposed to be them though. I found this out last year watching a Raoul video again.
Always, always coming back.
Because Raoul sings songs from the show all the time, and I flip out every single time. He's very close with Christian Chenoweth. He did a concert. I don't remember when, but he said that Stephen Schwartz, the composer of all the music from Wicked, he stayed with him when he was in California, and Stephen was playing a song, and Roll said he was like one of the very first people that Stephen ever played Defying Gravity for, which is like the huge number in Wicked. It's probably one of the most all-time known musical songs ever.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that Rule auditioned for Wicked and almost got the role of the male love interest for Fiyero, for Elphaba Fiyero.
Mm-hmm.
So, this was around the same time when Rule did Wicked was around the same time when Rule did Taboo.
Mm-hmm. I think
So,
Flip the Taboo.
yeah, he loved Taboo. He loved the music. The process in Taboo, unfortunately, did not go so well. Taboo flopped. But Roel still has a very special piece in his heart for the music there. But if history did go differently, he wouldn't have been in Taboo. He could have been in Wicked. Which makes me like my favorite actor of all time could have been in my favorite musical of all time. With my favorite Broadway actresses of all time. Okay, so that's like history background. There's a whole bunch more, but as I just said, I know we're going to go boom soon, so I'm not going to play music yet because
I don't know if we can actually play music on the podcast yet, but we'll report back to you after I've listened to it, and I'll tell you how I feel. So it doesn't. So we don't.
Wait, I can't play music.
I don't know if we can. I don't know actually. That's the thing. I know on YouTube.
This video, the video, like
says no.
Fine. Then I will play like the only video that I know is like fair use because
if it's fair use, I think you can. But if it's not, YouTube, I mean, they might come. I don't know.
I only don't know. Okay, I'm looking through my videos. I know I disappeared. I have 2 videos.
I can also link the playlist. Why is that not working? We can also link the playlist so people know what
we're talking about. If for some was less than link the playlist for some reason, we can't actually play it. We'll find out. Less than a minute.
2 videos on the playlist that I know are fair use because they used it in like commercials, and one is the performance from the Tony Awards, which everybody saw.
That's a good boom. So we'll just come back in a second.
Wicked has been running on. It will be running on Broadway for 19 years. Which is crazy to me because I could be wrong, but I think it's the longest running musical on Broadway currently that did not win the Tony Award for Best Musical. Tony, the winner. Okay.
Sometimes it just sneaks up on us and then it's just gone. You
Yeah.
know?
I do remember the last thing I said was that I think Wicked is, I could be wrong, but I think Wicked is the longest running musical on Broadway right now that did not win Best Musical. The musical that did win was Avenue Q, and Avenue Q has long closed, and Wicked is still running in Broadway in the West End, and is just closed its second production in Germany. It's about to reopen its Brazil production, its Australian production, and its Japan production. It's also had productions in South Korea and the Netherlands and Mexico.
That's a lot of places.
So much so that like one of the most like in the Wicked fandom, there's like everybody has like their favorite alphabet or such and such. But there is one alphabet who has played the role in 3 different languages. So her name is I really hope I'm saying this right. Willemijn Verkijk. Her first letter, it starts with a W, but it's pronounced with a V. She is a Dutch actress, but for some reason, I don't know how, they hired her to be the first German alphabet. So she's Dutch, and then learned German, did that production. Then they had her do the Dutch production, and then she was an alphabet for a really long time. And then, for whatever reason, I really don't know how, they brought her to do the show in London. So she learned, like, the Dutch native speaking actress learned this entire show all over again in English, and then did it.
That's
And
what
then they did her, put her on Broadway. And then they put her on London again. And she has done, I think she's the longest, one of the longest running alphabets. She did it's either 2000, yeah, I think it's like 2000 performances as alphabet overall. There is one in English who does it, did, so in theater, there's the lead, the standby, and the understudy. If the lead can't go on, the standby goes on. If the standby can't go on and the lead can't go on, the understudy usually goes on. So there's this alphabet standby who just left the show like a few months ago. Her name is Jennifer Denoya, and she did it 16 years.
Wow.
In Broadway, she did it in London, she did it in Sydney, and on the national tour, like across the country. And one more like story before I actually played the fair use video. When COVID, actually no, when the show first started after COVID, like there were actresses who were getting COVID, and the lead couldn't go on, the standby couldn't go on, the understudy couldn't go on. This show was like about to almost close, but they had a list of like actresses who had played the role beforehand as like emergency alphabets who they could call if anybody got COVID. So they called one who, her name is Carla Stickler, who she left the show 7 years ago. Currently has a career as an engineer.
Oh, I
And they
think
called
you
it
sent
back.
this to me.
Yeah, because they put it in our fic because I was like, okay,
Oh, I
check
remember. Yeah,
this
I do
person
remember.
for this reason. She's literally an engineer. They called her back and were like, we need you to come and play this role. So she came from Texas, learned the role again, and played the role that she hadn't played in after 7 years, and killed it. Okay, I think that's all the actress stories I got right now. I mean, there's a whole ton of like people in the Broadway community who have either been in Wicked or have a connection to Wicked. Andy Carl,
Yeah.
my dad, was Fiyero in Wicked on Broadway for a while. So yeah, SVU connections everywhere. All right, let me see if I can actually play the video. Try to give you some context because this is the end song in Act 1. Context.
Yeah, you said it.
Spoiler alert, but also context. Elphaba and Glinda go to visit the Wizard of Oz. You know, the wonderful Wizard of Oz from the story. The Wizard of Oz is like, okay, I need you to do this. Need you to read the spell book for me. Help my monkey who wants to fly in the air like birds and everything. Elphaba is the only one who can read the spell book. She reads the spell book. Unfortunately, she finds out that the spell isn't all that's cracked up to be, and it turns the monkey into, you know, the flying monkeys from the Wizard of Oz. But she's like, why is this spell hurting him? What's going on? And like in the background, so in Oz, there's characters called animals with a capital A, and it's like they're kind of like animals with like human traits, so they can speak and talk and walk like animals. But by doing the spell, the monkey can no longer speak and talk and walk, can now only fly. And Elphaba was like, why on earth did you do this? The wizard is like, well, we need to stop all these animals from speaking, talking, and walking. And Elphaba is like, no, I'm not going to do this for you. And runs off. And the Wizard of Oz is like, no, you know too much. Now we have to get her back. And then this is when she sings Fire and Gravity. And it's disabled again. Fix it. Please.
What happened?
I'm trying to screen share and it says you disabled it again.
Oh, I guess because it was a new Zoom, we don't have that option anymore. Okay, who can share? All participants.
Okay.
Disc-based songs. Okay, now it should be good.
This shouldn't be copyrighted because they can actually put this online. Alright, so this is Tony performance as well, so hopefully it freaking won't.
Yeah, we can only hope. Hope I know. Oh, that's kind of loud. Hold on. Because it's going to be loud. It's a little loud.
It's loud. Is it good?
Okay, that's better. It was a little loud at first.
It's the wizard who should be afraid.
There it goes.
Of me.
Oh, one more thing. I know, I really paused at a bad time. So, Elphaba is basically realizing, like, all she ever wanted in life was to work with the wizard. Now that she knows how horrible of a person he is, she doesn't want that anymore. Okay, now we're going. Listen.
Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second, too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts, close my eyes and leave. It's time to try defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you can't pull me down. Quick, get on. What? Come with me. Think of.
I do also have to say, because this is the Tony Awards, this is the shortened version of the song.
Yeah, the song's like 8 minutes long. So quite.
Yeah, the song's long.
You sent it to me before. I feel like
I send it to you a lot.
You send it to me quite often.
But I'm
we have a reason to use it
to you because I don't think you've seen like what happens at the end. Because like it's when I say spectacle, I mean it.
Yeah, I only like listen to it. I've never like seen it.
Together we're unlimited. Together we'll be the greatest team there's ever been. Glinda dreams the way we planned them. If we work in tandem, there's no fight we cannot win. Toss you defying gravity, they'll never bring us down. Well, are you coming? Elfie, you're trembling. I hope you're happy now that you're choosing this. You too. I hope it brings you bliss. I really hope you get it, and you don't live to regret it. I hope you're happy in the end. I hope you're happy, my friend.
Don't let her get away!
Wait, what are you doing? Let go of me, do you hear? It's not her. She has nothing to do with it. I'm the one you want. It's me. Elfie, it's me. So if you can't find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I am defying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity. And soon I'll match them in renown. And nobody in all of Oz, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me
That's really cool.
Yeah, so like in the theater, that's actually what happens when you see the show. Well, at least when it should. There's these things that they have sometimes called no-fly shows, where the machine that the alpha enters to defy gravity doesn't work, so the actress has to do it in the middle of the stage, and all the guards have to literally lay on their backs, so it looks like she's flying. I have never seen one. The 3 times I went, she's actually flew, but yeah. So yeah, every single time it actually happens, she actually does, lift up in the air in the machine, and it's so cool. Trying to think if there's anything or any other the actual ones the videos I can show you without. What?
Because we don't know. Because I know YouTube cannot play other people's videos. Like,
I mean, like some of these videos have been on the internet forever.
Yeah, and I forgot how copyright. I
Like,
used to be a YouTuber. I think I mentioned this.
Technically
YouTube for a while.
illegal.
Yeah.
But they have been on. These videos have been on the internet forever.
Yeah.
Or
I used
people
to be a
will post
YouTuber.
them over and over again, and over again,
Yep.
and over
That's
again.
how we watched Company.
Ooh, we should do that.
We did watch Company. I don't know if we can currently, but we did watch Company. I watched it, like the full version on YouTube, the one with Raul in it. And
You know
if
how
it's
last
find
week
it.
I tried giving you the Wicked Avenue Q example to explain Alabama and
Oh
Tennessee?
yes.
I should have used the David Hyde Pierce Sperl Esparza explanation.
Mm. We talked about the football game because
and how Alabama is like the #1 college football team, favored college football team, and they were playing against Tennessee, and Alabama lost. So trying to give Terryn an explanation to explain it. So I used Wicked and Avenue Q. But what I should have said is Alabama's Raul Esparza, Tennessee is David Hyde Pierce. Everybody thought that Raul Esparza was going to win Tony for Company. Everybody thought Alabama was going to win. David Hyde Pierce won the Tony, and Tennessee won the football game.
Talked about one time I was like make jokes about how I would if like the whole SVU fandom caught on fire, I would have a personal island and who would be the pillars of this island would be one of the SVU Rahul and Tony. So if it all goes downhill and I want to go resort on a desert island,
Like
that's one of the things that would
he what he presented at the Tony Awards this
did.
year, as they said, 4-time
Yes.
Tony nominee. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Only
It
nominated.
should be a Tony winner.
You know what?
Oh, speaking of Tony winner, Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth were both nominated for Wicked. Idina won. So far, it's the only one Tony that she has. She does have another nomination, but basically, to date, her biggest known, like if you hear Idina Menzel, the first thing you're probably going to think of are Wicked and Frozen.
Frozen. That's how I know. I was
She
like, I know
played
she is
Elsa.
good Frozen. Elsa. Yeah.
Literally, it's like, I don't know, these are characters that she does. Magical women who are insecure at first and then turn into powerful badasses.
Yes.
Yeah, so Rule should have a Tony.
Yes.
I have so much. I'm pretty sure I don't have it written down anywhere, but I have a list of roles he should play that could probably get him a Tony Award if the shows come back.
Yes.
It does not have to be for a new project. I mean, like if Galileo came to Broadway, I'd be totally fine with that. But like, all these are revivals right now in my head, basically, and he would get Tonys for that. He should. But then again, Company was a revival, and that didn't go so well.
4 times. Yes, love Company.
He's nominated for Taboo, Company, Homecoming, and Speed the Plow, I think. It's the last one. Leap of Faith performed at the Tony Awards, but he didn't get nominated anything for that. It was just nominated for Best Musical. He hasn't been. I don't think he's been on Broadway since that.
No, he's been on the Kennedy Center, but not Broadway.
But that's not technically.
Yeah, it's
Broadway.
not Broadway.
He's done plenty of theater,
Yeah.
or like theater-esque projects, but he hasn't been in a Broadway show since, and that needs to change.
Like, Holly, we'll scrape up our little pennies.
Literally, we both have agreed that if Rule goes back on Broadway, we're scraping all our pennies and going to see him.
We'll go broke. We'll be worth it, but we will go.
He's been in so many Broadway shows, and he has so many Broadway connections. Like, he's in at the Into the Woods red carpet.
Oh yeah, I remember those pictures. I feel like
if he was in that, like, I already want to go see the show really badly because they have been putting anybody who's anybody in the Broadway community in that show. They put him in that show, which would make sense because it's a Sondheim show and he does Sondheim a lot. If they put him in that show, I would drop everything and go buy tickets immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
Like, immediately. Not consulting anybody else, I would immediately go buy a ticket. Go.
Literally.
Yeah. All right. I think those are my one more thing about Wicked, because there are movies coming out. Well, they're in progress. Cynthia Erivo got cast as Elphaba, which is huge because Cynthia is a Black woman, and they cast her in Wicked. I mean, it makes sense. One of the main themes for Elphaba in the entire show is that she's getting judged for her skin color because she's green. So, like, Anne is also fighting oppression for a minority group. So, having a Black woman play this role does kind of make sense. And Ariana Grande is Glinda, so that should be awesome. I love Ariana Grande.
Me too. I'm a car man.
A lot of people forget that, like, she first started in theater.
Yeah.
Like she did there's this musical called 13 and she made her debut in that. She was in Hairspray Live, which I've been listening to for the past week nonstop for reasons which I will explain to you outside the podcast, because if I start doing it now, it will not make any sense and I will ramble. But she was in that and it was awesome. So yeah, like, oh, and she was in a Wicked concert thing. So yeah,
I saw
she has
What's the album
theater
called?
background. Okay, I think that's enough Wicked
probably
talk
interested.
for the day.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk
Yeah.
about Hamilton or Six
I mean,
first?
I was gonna say randomly that Taylor Swift's new album came out last night.
Oh yeah, Midnight. I haven't had a chance to listen to it
I
yet.
listened to
but-
like half of it. I haven't finished it because I started this morning. And I was getting ready for the day. It's pretty good so far. But
Well, Taylor Swift would be.
I'll talk about Hamilton because I watch Hamilton all the time. How did I discover Hamilton? Oh, I was hanging out with my friends, my freshman year of college. We don't know where we were going. We are going somewhere. I forgot where we were going. But we were supposed to do a karaoke night actually. But then some things happened and we ended up doing. But then there was the songs they were like practicing were Hamilton songs. They're like, Terryn, have you not listened to them? I was like, no. You're like, you need to listen to it. So they listened to it in the car, but like out of order. So like the songs were catchy, essentially. So then I were like, you need to actually go watch it. And I forgot I had my cousin's Disney Plus. So then I watched it and could not stop watching it. And I watch it all the time. I listen to it while I'm driving. I listen to it while I'm doing homework as a timer, like a 2.5 hour, was it 2 hours and 9 minutes? Well, minus the credits, it's like 2 hours. And 5 minutes. It's long. But I listen to it in the car. I listen to it all the time and I can't stop. So Hamilton is the kind of thing that it's been really. But then like my aunt was interested in Hamilton. She was like, I think this is a cool musical. And then we watched it. I watched it at my house. And she was like, this is a really good musical. And I was like, yeah, it is. And then one of her friends had like a tickets to the Fox Theater. I was gonna go, but it was like deep in COVID era. My mom, well, not deep in COVID. It was like a year later. My mom was like, "You need to go somewhere and get COVID." Yeah. And I was like, "Fine." So I did not get to go see Hamilton. My aunt did get to go, but I did not. So she gave me the playbill, so I have the playbill actually.
My story is kind of similar to first, but then changes immediately. Then my senior year of high school. And my friend was like, it was like right when Hamilton was first starting to be like out there. My friend was like fully obsessed with it. And they're like, you need to go listen to it. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe not. Then just one day I just started to listen to it. And I was like, it's pretty good. So I was like, kind of like a beginning fan by the summer. And every summer my high school did a theater camp and I signed up for it. And like the end of the week it said that we were going to go take for $25 you could go take a bus trip to New York. Our theater director would take like 10 of us and we would go see Hamilton in New York. Mm-hmm. So I was like, $25 to go see my first Broadway show. Absolutely. Here's where things get changed. And I still, to this day, do not know how she does. But my high school theater director knows Lin-Manuel Miranda personally.
Oh.
Not know how. Do not know. But I'm pretty sure she's the only other person besides Mariska Hargitay who has seen Hamilton the most. Mariska Hargitay seen it like
she did say so like
plus times.
A lot of times.
And I'm pretty sure my high school theater director has maybe seen it like 21.
20, so many.
Yeah, she so much knows the cast that she knew like somebody was going to be out the day that we saw it, and that Lynn does not perform on Thursdays, which is when I went to see it. So I saw his standby. Fine. I was just full on adrenaline that I was in New York for the first time to see my first Broadway show. Do I fully remember all of it? No, but it was awesome. And I staged door, so I got a whole ton of signatures. Do not remember whose signatures they are, but and I meant to be Diggs and Anthony Ramos and Jonathan Groff. Did not know how famous they were until years later when they were in SVU, and I was like, I met him. Literally, there's an episode where David Diggs,
Oh,
Leslie
yeah.
Odom Jr., and
Yeah.
Raul Esparza and
Yeah.
Anthony Ramos are all in one episode,
Mm.
and I met
I don't know which
two
one it
out of
is. I know which one it is, but like I can't
four.
remember which. It's I don't know which episode it is. I know what episode it is, but I can't remember. Cannot remember what it
And
is.
Jonathan
Top of my
Groff
head.
ended up being in Frozen. So,
Yes.
um, also while I was next door, Les Mis was next door. So my friend, who was like the one who taught me about Hamilton, was also a huge Les Mis fan, and they wanted to go stage door there. So I followed them, and we decided to take pictures with Ramin Karimloo.
Mm.
They took a picture, and I decided to take a picture with them because I'm like, my friend is taking a picture, and he's in
Mm.
Les Mis and on Broadway. He must be famous. Did not know who he was until they announced the cast for the Kennedy Center at Chess, and I saw his name, and I was like, oh my god, I met him.
Mm.
So yeah, that's my Hamilton story. And then I don't know, a few weeks after I saw it is when all the tickets started
Mm.
selling and the prices went up, and everyone's like, have you seen Wicked? I mean, no, my god, have you seen Hamilton? I want to go see Hamilton, but tickets are expensive. And I was like, I saw it, and they're like, what? I was like, yeah, I am
Mm.
most definitely blessed to have the connections that I do.
Mm.
And it's still one freaking amazing musical. I mean, it must be our lovely Queen Mariska goes to see it
Good.
all the
I
time.
love it. It's so good. Makes me happy.
Literally.
When I'm sad, I
All the
watch Hamilton.
Yeah, and one of our favorite quotes in the show to describe Barson is
Oh yes. Wow.
best of wives and best of women. It's
Use it
what
all
Bella
of the
says to
time.
Olivia, and you say it
Literally, we use
all
it
the time. I'm trying to see if I can
all,
find my pics.
all the time. We use best wise and best woman all the
It
time.
all the time.
Literally, I love it. Like it's such a good musical, and I love like everything that goes on in the story. I love seeing. I probably memorized the whole thing. If I tried, I probably could say the whole thing.
All
But
right, I found one picture. So again, this is old. This is in 2015, but it's me, Ramin.
oh, I remember.
Who I
Oh,
literally did
I
not know
see.
was Ramin until like years later. Okay, yeah, we literally compare Hamilton to Barson a lot.
We use it a lot.
We
We use it
use
a lot.
so there's an album in the show, album that Lin Manuel Miranda made called the mixtape. So it's like all the cut songs from
Oh
Hamilton,
yeah,
and we used two of those in our musical. No,
did
no,
the musical
in the truth, the
yeah, we
musical
use
episode chapter. Um,
we use
I found my other pictures. So
we
there's
use
me and Jonathan Groff. He had his bike helmet on. He was riding his bike. Me and David.
literally no. I was talking about like nobody will ever come to Alabama to do anything, so therefore I never see famous people
And me and Anthony
ever.
Ramos.
Literally.
Yeah, I remember when I was like watching, I think I was watching Blackish with my dad, and I was like, David happened to be on the episode, and I was like, I met him, and I was like, what? I pulled out the picture, and he's like, no way.
He's like,
Yeah,
yep, I
I
haven't
know.
ever.
Yeah, I thank God for all these experiences that I have because, like,
We use
also the fact that like it did win Best Musical, and rightfully so, because apparently it's the Lin-Manuel Miranda has like 4 shows, 2 that he's most known for. Both of them have won Best Musical. In the Heights is his other one, and that just turned into the movie that Anthony Ramos and everybody was in.
I got to watch that movie. I was told it wasn't as good, but
no, I like the musical for some reason, and I like the movie for some reasons. I would watch both to get the full appreciation of In the Heights because it is so good. It's such a good musical, but anything he writes is amazing. Do not know for the life of me how W. Diggs did the Guns and Ships rap every single day for 8 shows a week.
That is hard.
Fastest freaking rap of all time.
Very difficult to try to sing for even for funsies. I'm like, man, that's a lot of like.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get
that is
for this. Yes, do I care right now? Nope.
Literally, I'm like, wow. That's like one of my favorite plays of all time.
He's constantly confusing, confounding the British henchmen. Everyone give it up for America's favorite vibrant Frenchman. I'm taking this push, man. I ain't freaking red coats with them with blood stains. And I'm never gonna stop until I make a drop of it. I'm up and get it on remains out.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Engaging them, escaping them, and raging them out. Because the friends from all guns. I come back before guns. Our ships, and so their balance shifts. We rendezvous with Rochambeau, consolidate their gifts. We can end this war in Yorktown, cut them off at sea, but for this to succeed, there's someone else we need. I know. So you know what to do in the trenches, you know it's about freaking French, I mean. So you're gonna have to use them eventually. What's he gonna do in the bench, I mean? No one has everything, so matches my practical tactical brilliance. You want to fight for your land back? Keep my right hand man back.
I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
Swear.
The like enunciation of all those words is very like unsatisfied when like making sure hitting all those words in enunciation.
Like
we were doing theater, we used to get yelled at all the time about enunciation. You didn't know what you're saying. You're like saying ship with a P because it was a pirate ship. Like ship with a P. Put the P's on it.
Yeah.
They yelled at all the time.
Not necessarily like controversy, but like talk in the theater community that the year that Hamilton was in the Tonys, there was so many other shows that like were really, really good. Like Waitress was one, for example, and I forget the other ones, but like a handful of shows like that was in the year that Hamilton was in that did not have a chance to win and probably weren't going to win because Hamilton was there. If they were in other years, they probably could have had a good chance to win Best Musical, but nobody didn't expect Hamilton to win. I mean, so much so that literally almost everybody was in it got nominated for a Tony. Like, Lynn got nominated for a Tony, Leslie Ellen Jr. got nominated, and I think won. David nominated and won. Renee nominated and won. Philippa nominated, but did not win. Cynthia Erivo won that year for The Color Purple, and rightfully so. She got a standing ovation during the Tony Awards. But yeah, basically everybody was in that show got nominated that year. So the second show that Lin-Manuel Miranda and Chris Jackson were in together because they first did In the Heights together, and now they have like a really, really good friendship. So like Lin probably gave him the part. I love Chris Jackson, so rightfully so. But Mariska still, I think Mariska still wants Lin to be an SVU.
That would be a need.
Please.
Find a way.
Yes, please.
Find a way. Anything is possible.
Yeah. I mean, like, as a theater junkie, every time there's somebody from, like, shows on, like, Broadway on, I have to find as many, like, connections or projects they've been in. So, for example, Leslie Odom Jr. was on the show a few times.
A few times. It was like, when?
Like, 3 minimum, I think.
Maybe 4 or 5. It might have been more than that.
Yeah, because he played the Reverend.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, he did that several times. like
He
4 or
was
5
with
times
an
maybe.
episode with David and Anthony
Yeah,
Ramos.
there's that one too.
He has the Hamilton connection. But
Mhm.
before he did Hamilton, his first show on Broadway was Leap of Faith with Raoul,
I love
which
it.
is the show that Raoul did before
I
he
gotta
came
finish
on
listening to
here,
it.
which is probably another reason that Leslie was on the show, because Warren Light was involved with Leap of Faith. When that ended, Warren was like, "Can I write this character for you, Raoul?" Raoul's like, "Okay," because he was still kind of dealing with the fact that Leap of Faith closed. And he's like, "I'm gonna do this character for you. It's gonna be a guest star. You can do it." And then it literally was supposed to be a one-time thing.
A couple episodes kind of thing.
Raoul literally only went because Warren asked him. Then it turned into recurring.
Yeah. My mom's favorite
and then
episode.
regular.
Yeah.
And then
Yes,
years. And then multiple
yeah.
guest returns.
Yeah. If you ask my mom what her favorite episode is, she will say 25 acts.
If you can edit that out in post editing, great.
Yeah. Did you like? She like? I didn't see what you did. Actually, I wasn't looking. So I was like, did you like? I kind of saw it. I was like, what is going on? We'll edit that. I don't even know what was going on there for a second.
I'll just give you a hint. I have a cold.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know that, but I was like,
it made me laugh so hard I had to cover my nose. I'm gonna need you to edit that out.
Okay. Okay. I need to remember what time this is, because I'm gonna forget. And be
it's
like,
when we have a minute
no,
and 10 seconds left in our.
We'll find out. And when I sit down and edit it, because we were looking for something we were looking at for like hours. I could not find it, and then I did, and I was like, yes, I found it. I have to remember to make myself a note. I took a picture of the screen, so I do remember when this was. But you have less than a minute. It's about to go boom again. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh, I was talking about how my mom's favorite episode is 25 acts. She tells me about it every single time it comes on. And she's like, my favorite episode might be this one. It is. It's such a good one. And I watched it. I literally last one?
I think
last
sometimes
Monday? It's 10 years. It was 10 years of Barbara last Monday.
Insane.
It was last Monday, I believe, the 17th.
But people forget, not only was it the first episode of Barbara, it was also the first episode of Rita. It was the first time we ever saw Rita Calhoun.
Yes, it was. I think about it. I missed her too, man.
I will stand by the fact that Rita said no to taking the Delia Wilson case because.
Okay, you can finish your thought. Literally, you were saying, look what the.
No, I stand by the fact that Rita said no to the Delia Wilson case because Olivia called and she's like, "No, you need to go call Barbara and make up with him, and fix this shit."
Yes.
Because Rita's blunt. You're like, "You're being an idiot, Olivia. Go put on your captain boots and talk to him."
Yeah, stop avoiding it. Like, literally. We even ranted about that in a minute, but I feel like that's on off topic for now.
Okay, we were talking about Hamilton.
Yeah, I think we covered everything for Hamilton.
All right. The next musical that we both love that is kind of recent.
Yeah.
6.
Yes, I'm obsessed with 6.
Basically,
you went to see it. I have not, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was part of my birthday. I went to see 2 shows. I saw Wicked and I saw 6 for the first time.
You told us. If you guys want to hear the story, it is on the episode that's entitled Kalli's Birthday Special. It may or not be. I think it's also called like Crying Real Tears. Most we did.
Probably.
I feel like something else happened in that. I think it is. I title stuff randomly all the time.
Wicked, so I saw Wicked for the 3rd time, and then I saw for the third time total, the first time on Broadway, and then I saw 6 for the first time ever. So the basis of 6 is, it's about Henry VIII's 6 wives. They formed this girl band called 6, and they have this contest in the show where basically they all get to sing a song, and then the audience is supposed to choose who had the worst life because of Henry VIII. They all sing their songs. They're all awesome. Each queen gets their own song. So there isn't actually like a lead in the show. It's more like an ensemble piece.
Yeah.
And at the end, they all realize the only reason anybody even knows who Henry VIII is because
He had 6 wives.
of us and his 6 wives. And it's very much like the Tonys described it as pop music, queens, and feminism, and that's very much the reason why we love it. The feminist part. Also, the music is amazing.
Go listen to it if you haven't. Like, what are you missing out? You're missing out on a lot.
There's 2 albums. So the show started out in London because Henry VIII,
literally the King of England,
King of England, all that kind of stuff. The 2 shows creators have said that basically kids in England grow up learning about Henry VIII's 6 wives, and the beginning of the show goes divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived, for how the queens lived or how their marriages ended to Henry VIII. And it's basically almost like a nursery rhyme or like a chant that kids in England learn.
Some juice.
Yeah. So the first wife he divorced, second wife he had beheaded, the third wife died in childbirth, the fourth wife he divorced, the fifth wife he beheaded, and the sixth wife survived because he died. Lived after he died. There are currently the Broadway production, 2 tours going on. A production in London, a UK tour, and a production in Australia. I think my favorite thing, actually 2 things. The 6 casts are so diverse.
Yes, I was gonna say that they're very diverse, which is
like
really
in
important.
the Renaissance, it would have been all white women. Period. End of story. The original cast, like in London, had like 3.
I think it was 3.
3 black women. 3, maybe 4 black women, and then 2 white women.
I think isn't there an Asian woman too?
Let me double. We'll find out.
And second, wait.
The West End one is different.
I think the first Anne Boleyn, I believe, is played by an Asian woman. So I remember like the picture.
That's where I'm going to hold up
don't lose your head.
The yeah, that's Broadway. So like the first ever cast in London, there was 3 black women and 3 white women. The Broadway cast was the like original Broadway cast because it has changed since then. It was, hold on, let me look at the playbill. I should know this by now, but 3 black women, 1 Asian woman, 2 white women. When I saw it, and I mean, cause and I'll pull out the playbill again, cause so yeah. So the first queen, black, second queen, Asian, next queen, white, fourth queen, black, fifth queen, white, and sixth queen, black. When I saw it, I literally just applaud this show for diversity. Like, it makes the show even more badass. And I saw it. two, I had, here, let me just put it into perspective. I only had one white queen, which, based on talent, is that anything? No, but based on just like diversity itself and showing how many different like faces can be in the show is awesome. I have to figure out, like, because I had three understood. Yeah, three like alternates that night. That's what they call their standbys. Let me double check because my violin had some sort of Asian heritage, but I just want to double check on what it actually is. Pause. She's Afro-Korean. So she has some African heritage, but also some Korean Asian heritage as well. Just to prove how much the show diverse, they just cast their first non-binary queen in the London production. The new Anne Boleyn, Bailey Carson, goes by they them pronouns. So yeah, the queens are non-binary too. Like literally, 6 is freaking amazing with their diversity.
It is. Go listen to it if you haven't.
Yeah, another thing that I love about the show is that in some theater fandoms, like when somebody leaves, like nobody wants the new person to come in and they're like very attached to the old person. In this fandom, every time a new cast comes out, I see nothing but pure excitement. The fact that we're getting new queens, where everybody gets excited to see who it is. I've not seen one, at least I don't think I have. I've not seen one single bad reaction of new cast coming in, or if you're seeing an alternate instead of the current like lead cast, because every single one of these people that have been cast as one of these queens is uber talented. Some of these alternates play 3 different queens, so they literally can just be like, one day they're playing one, the next day somebody else is sick and they go play the other. Like pure talent. Let me see if I can, so they were nominated for Best Musical at the Tony Awards. So, let me see if I can pull up the Tony clip to give you some kind of
I think they were on the Today Show also. I think when they were doing the Tonys, because my mom, that's how my mom found out about 6. She's like, "Did you know about this?" And I was like, "Yeah, love 6." Oh, what's the video? Every time like the video was processing, it like jumps off of the screen and goes to show me that the video is done. So at least I know what's there. Not off in oblivion.
I pulled up the Tony performance so we can. It should not be copyrighted because they played it on CBS.
Hold on, let me share. I gotta turn the sharing screen on again because I don't think we have shared screen since.
The other thing that I love about the show is at the end they have this thing called the Mega Six, which is basically like a compilation of all the Queen's songs, but like in awesomeness.
They're like a minute out of each song, maybe 45 seconds out of each song.
It's so like good. My favorite thing in the whole show.
It is really good.
The only thing is, in every country outside of the US, you are allowed to record it. They literally have a line that says, "Get your phones out. You're gonna want to film this."
Yes.
Unfortunately,
because my friend showed me the videos.
Due to, I think, union things or whatever. Although the slightest part of me was like hoping.
Yeah, copyright claim in the United States is different.
I couldn't, unfortunately, and I still am scouring the internet to find a clip of the day that I went to go see it. I haven't. So I'm still like watching bits and pieces of other things. But
Mhm.
yeah, not everybody listening to do it. There's plenty of 6 bootlegs to go watch if you want to go watch the show for
I'll
yourself.
do it for real.
It's
So
hilarious.
good. The
All right.
costuming in 6 is so good. Like
It won a Tony. It's so good it won a
literally
Tony.
for best costumes, I think they got Tony.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Like when you sit when I'm about to show it to you, and if you watch on Spotify, you'll see. They're even more bright and colorful in person. So 6 has 2 Tonys. It won best score, so best music, basically, rightfully so, and best costumes. It was also nominated for best musical. Did not win, but you know. Okay. Let's do this. Oh yes, Terryn. At least I know all the words to this. Terryn.
I do
You
know
know
the
all the
words
words.
to it. I do. You know I do.
Yeah.
Dedication.
So
This
as
is musical
one
I do know.
musical I share
Definitely know all the
verbatim.
words. My
So
oh, that's a little story real quick before we keep watching it. How
uh,
I discovered 6 actually was way before, several years before I actually like listened to it. My friend was in a she was in high school theater at her school, and she invited us to go see her like cabaret, and it was like a Valentine's Day, so it was like what is love. So there were like love songs, and there was also like breakup songs, and there was also like other kind of songs with the theme. So they did um they did 6 of the songs. The XY is one of the ones, but the other song I got familiar with is uh from Bring It. um I've never seen Bring It, but I do know the one song from it. It is the one song is which Killer Instinct. I do know Killer Instinct is the one song I know from that musical.
Bring It On.
No, from Bring It On. I love Killer Instinct because that's one of the other songs that they did in that. But I do know Ex Wives because I don't know which queen she was, but because they did Ex Wives, I forgot. But it's been a long time.
She was
But yeah,
because
I forgot what queen she was because she did several songs in the cabaret besides
cool.
this one.
I don't remember how I found out about the show. I think I just saw it on the internet one day, decided to go listen to it, and fell in love.
That's the same friend is also how I saw Little Shop of Horrors for the first time. But we'll talk about Little Shop of Horrors in a minute.
Yeah, because oh my god, there's so many freaking ship connections to it. Let me pull up my pictures from 6 before or at least get them there so I have it before I forget. Oh, here. While I'm looking, so this is from the Tony performance. So they're playing the intro song, and then they lead into the end song of the show. In between is all the Queen's songs. Let's go.
Beheaded. Died.
Oh, side note. This is not actually the like original Broadway cast. Usually the original Broadway cast performs on Tonys. The original Jane Seymour got COVID, unfortunately, the day of the Tony Awards. So her understudy had 12 hours to prepare to do this.
I forgot to watch. They have a Tiny Desk concert for 6. I didn't listen to it yet.
Yeah, it's the tour cast that did that.
And tonight we you know our name.
She's the alternate.
Yes.
And our fame and our faces. Know all about the glories and the disgraces.
And she's the fan favorite.
Cause all this time I've been just one word in a stupid rhyme. So I picked up a pen and a microphone. History's about to get overblown. Welcome to the show, to the history mix. Switching up.
Pause one more time. So, like, at first glance, 6 is like, oh, it's just pop princesses. No. A lot of their songs dig into, like...
Yeah, it's deep. They like to personally talk about what happened. You're like, oh.
Especially, Catherine Howard's song. Like, at first glance that I listened to it, I was like, oh, this is just fun. And then I found the Broadway version, and I listened to it again, and I was like, this is what it's saying.
Oh, we did use a song for it in a fic that he hasn't read yet. We
Yeah,
used
because
we
actually
used
two, because like for sure. So before I keep they'll tell you their stories, but like basically each queen has like a problem because of King Henry. Once they say it, we'll go into more detail.
Mhm.
Everybody knows that we used to be six. Why? But now they're ex-wives. Radio City, make some noise! Catherine of Aragon was married 24 years. I'm a paragon of royalty. My loyalty is to the Vatican, so if you try to dump me, you won't try that again.
Yeah, so when King Henry married her first, she was supposed to marry his brother.
Yeah,
his brother
her
died.
yeah, her dead husband's brother.
She married her dead husband's brother. She's supposed to marry her dead husband. She married her dead husband's brother. Then Henry met somebody else, and unfortunately, his religion did not allow for divorce.
Yeah. The Church of the Catholicism did not. It still doesn't believe in divorce. He was like, this is a historian in the
Yeah,
religion
like this
major.
is another historic musical, but like a lot of fun.
Yeah, but like, so he's like, I'm gonna make my own denomination, so I can't get divorced. So that's how the Church of
he's
England
literally
was
his
born.
own religion, so he could divorce Catherine of Aragon because he
The
met
Church
another
of
woman.
England. That's how it exists. Because
Yeah.
we want to get.
And he wanted to send Catherine to a nunnery because
Be ready for something. Yeah.
I'm that Boleyn girl.
That's who Henry met and wanted to divorce Catherine of Aragon to marry instead.
Yeah.
And I'm up next. See, I broke England from the church. Yeah, I'm that sexy. Why did I lose my head? But my sleeves may be green, but my lipstick's red.
So Anne Boleyn is probably like the most well-known wife. Like before, I went to go see the show with my mom, my aunt, and my nana, and none of them knew much about the show except for the fact that Anne Boleyn was one of the wives. Her song goes, Henry decided to go out on the town and cheat around.
Yeah. Your song is literally called "Don't Lose Your Head."
Yeah. And
Love
so
don't.
she decided to go flirt to get back at Henry and make him jealous. Henry found out.
He goes mental is what she says. He screams
Yeah,
and
Henry
shouts.
finds out. He goes mental. He screams and shouts like so judgmental. I can't say the next lyric because we might get in trouble.
We can't. We can't say. We're on our podcast is really mature, so curse words can be said.
Oh, love that.
We already do that.
I know, but this line is kind of not exactly a curse word.
Oh yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we'll skip it. Go listen to yourself. What he says is bad.
Yeah, basically, and then so because he cheated, he beheaded her. Which is why her song is called Don't Lose Your Head.
Lose your head.
You're the only one he truly loved. When my son was newly born, I died, but I'm not what I seem, or am I? Stick around and you'll say.
I know, I keep pausing, but guess what? You guys get a history lesson and music. James Dean Porter is technically known as the only one Henry truly loved, and she loved him. Mainly because she's the only queen. I'm pretty sure she's the queen who gave him a son.
And his name was Edward VI, I believe.
Yeah. Because
I think Edward VI also he died eventually. He's like 12 when he died. He never got to the throne.
Unfortunately, back then the only people that could take the throne were kings.
Yeah, that's why he wanted a son real bad.
Wives before only didn't even have
daughters.
Children only gave Catherine of Aragon had Mary. who became Mary Queen of Scots.
She's also named.
And Anne Boleyn.
I believe she was also Bloody Mary, but
yeah, also known as Bloody Mary, which is where the
Bloody
drink.
Mary. I was like, yeah. I was like, was she Bloody Mary? Yeah.
Nursery rhyme
She
came
was
from. And Anne Boleyn had Queen Elizabeth the First.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Suddenly seen more divorce. It could be when he saw my portrait, he was like, I didn't look as good as I did mine. Funny how we all discussed that, but never Henry's little pimp.
Yeah. So the story goes that Henry got so tired of looking for a woman in England, he went to a different country and went to go look for a woman in Germany. He enlisted a famous artist, Hans Holbein, to paint portraits of the most beautiful woman in Germany to send to him, and he would choose his next wife from that.
Yeah.
So Anna of Cleves was the person that he chose because he loved her portrait. Then he saw her, didn't think she was as beautiful as her portrait, and divorced her. Mm-hmm. And gave her a whole bunch of money and a palace to go away.
Yeah, her song is a bop. We all go to that. Her song after that. She's like two-ish songs, kind of. But that song is a bop.
One of her lines is, "You said that I tricked you because I didn't look like my profile picture. Too bad I don't agree, because I'm gonna hang it up for everyone to see. Because I'm the queen of the castle.
Queen of the castle. Get down, you dirty rascal."
Which is also another nursery rhyme that kids in England
and also
turned into a badass.
Yeah, the part. I saw the part where she like takes off her when she's like, I flirt with the flip, and he takes my fur, and then she takes off her jacket. It's like, as you were.
Reveal, which is awesome live, by the way. Yeah, so literally, the Henry divorced her because she didn't look like her profile picture, but because one of the things is like, oh yeah, a wrinkly, ulcered man is basically.
Yeah, he goes tall, large Henry VIII. That's how they described him. Ladybug stuck in my blonde again. I might have to go.
Describes him as I was about to marry a wrinkly, old, ulcered man, 24 years my senior. Instead, gets her own palace and money. I don't know. Seems like she won. Yeah. In the end. All right.
Years on the Catherine who lost her head. All my promiscuity outside of wedlock. Lock up your husbands, lock up your sons. Hey, Alan is here and the fun's begun.
Catherine Howard, probably the saddest story out of all.
Yeah, it's real sad.
If you listen to her song, it's called "All You Want to Do." You'll understand. But to give you
we've used the lyrics a little bit. I think. Yeah, we've talked about it.
You need to listen. The London version is wonderful, but in order to fully understand the song,
you get the emotion in the Broadway version.
The Broadway version. Go listen to it. Samantha Polly, that's her. Yes, freaking goddess. So to sum it up,
I was distracted for a moment. I thought I saw like a bug in between the blinds, but I think I lost it. I don't know where it went. Maybe a ladybug.
Okay, Howard's story. She was beheaded when she was like 16.
I don't know if she was that young.
Yeah, she was. Let me Google it just to make sure, but I know she was young. Like, Henry wanted her because Henry wanted her.
Oh yeah, she talks about a lot of the men in her life just wanted her. It's real sad.
She died around the ages of 16 or 20, between the age of maybe 16 to 21.
Well.
And it says promiscuity outside of wed, but it's not that. You gotta listen to the song and understand it.
Yeah.
But let's just say it's not her fault.
Down, I'm the final wife. I saw him till the end of his life. I'm the survivor, Catherine Parr. I bet you want to know how I got this far. Well, tonight we'll let you know how we got.
Okay, guys, last pause. I promise to let you listen to the rest of the music. Catherine Parr, the last wife. Henry died, so she survived.
She outlived him.
Her premise, and I think this actually is from history, is that she had a lover that she loved. His name was Thomas.
Yes, she talks about him in the song.
She talks about him in her song, but Henry saw her and said, "You're going to be my
Her
next
song
wife."
is
Her song's called "I
yeah,
Don't Need Your Love."
yeah.
Henry saw her and said, "Oh, you're going to be my next wife. You got to say goodbye to Thomas."
We
So
used
she
this song in a
basically,
fic and we cried, but
yeah,
we
we did.
can't tell you about that. Oh, I
We did.
cried
She
uncontrollably.
basically has to send this letter to her lover saying she can't be with him anymore and doesn't love him because the king wants to marry her.
Yep.
But then at the end of the show, they're like, all our lives suck except for Anna because, palace wealth,
Mm.
they decide to take back their. Basically, it's be like, why is this story the one I have to write about? Because in her life, Catherine Parr is also a writer. Got a woman to paint her picture, a bunch of other like majorly feminist
Yeah,
things
she
that
has a
she runs.
lot of feminist things for her time.
And basically, it's like, why is that the story I have to tell? I'm fixed as one of six. Without him, we disappear. But in reality, without him, without them, he would disappear. Okay, that's all the history. I'll let you actually listen now.
The last minute. Come on, we can do it.
Actually, go listen to this. I'm telling you.
I believe that like close up of the person in the audience is their show writer. I
Yeah,
forgot their name.
the writers.
Their names. I forgot their names.
Lucy Moss.
I know
Toby.
Lucy Moss and Toby something. I forgot.
Okay, so the one in
Oh,
red,
chickens.
Anne of Cleves. I met.
He
Yeah,
did.
that's literally her name is Brittany Mack, and she's very much a fan favorite. Like literally, you heard it in the Tony video. She said, "Ik ben Anna of Cleves," and the crowd was already like,
yeah.
That's how it was when I saw it. The crowd was literally on fire. I know I did a whole ton of pausing because you get a history lesson and
You
music.
do. You gotta be educated. You need the context because that's the whole point of the show. People don't get the context of this.
Yeah.
They're just Henry
It's like
VIII's six wives.
like you get a feminist history lesson.
Yes.
So yes, and both of the albums are on Spotify. The Broadway
do
one,
that.
and don't know who decided to do this, but they're genius. The Broadway one, they filmed.
Yeah, they filmed it from the show. So you get the like, it's like the part where she's like, she takes off her fur as you were. It's like the crowd was wild. I love that part.
It looks gorgeous.
I want to go listen to that after we get done.
We should.
What else I talk about? What else?
Wait. So Six is actually supposed to open like the day COVID started, and they literally all got the notice. It's like, no, you're not getting your opening night, because. So when they actually got their real opening night, the crowd was even more energetic because like Broadway opening back up, and they're like, "All right, we're turning this into an album." So it's literally
so good.
Literally called
maybe Six on Broad. Live on opening night. Like y'all need to go listen to it. Like
the musical live on Broadway. Go watch it. Go listen. Go watch it. Go listen to it. Go watch bootlegs. I don't usually endorse them.
You usually don't endorse that, but still. I mean,
well, actually, no. Some of them I can, because the Mega Six in all the countries outside of the U.S., they literally say you can film this.
Literally, the problem is you're gonna have to like, if people want to find them, they're gonna have to get like a VPN or something, because like United States YouTube be like copyright come detect you hard.
Yeah,
so you can't.
But there's a original cast. the original cast filmed a pro shot, so hopefully we'll get it. They also did a like a kind of like a they did it at like a performance or so at Hampton Palace, which was where Henry VIII used to live.
Yeah.
So they did a whole musical bashing Henry VIII and Henry VIII's former palace. I can't think of anything more badass than that. So yeah, we both fully endorse 6 and will continue to fully endorse this 6. Okay.
What else want to talk about?
Is it a
Can
Little
we talk
Shop
about
of
music?
Horrors time?
Oh, it is Little Shop of Horrors. One of my favorite musicals of all time is Little Shop of Horrors.
I've never
My
seen it
friend
live,
that's
but I've seen the
oh,
movie.
I've seen it live. It's the one I have seen live, but not by a local theater in
Yeah, it's the
Alabama.
first time
Alabama
Karen
Shakespeare did it.
seen a
It's the
show
one I
live.
have seen. My friend did it in high school, but that doesn't really that's the first time I saw Little Shop of Horrors. But the way they did it was really cool. They did it as Mr. Mushnick was a woman, so it was Miss Mushnick, which made it cool. And then they did Audrey too, that also has a woman. So like what they did was they had like the big plant, but they also had a girl in like a leaf costume. So like in when they're singing Get It, she's like walking around Seymour talking to him.
Cool.
It's the way they did it, so it was really cool.
Okay, slight context. Little Shop of Horror, like originally is a movie in like the 70s.
Yeah, it's a very kind of boring movie actually. I tried to watch it, and I got kind of bored. It's not as exciting.
The music, and then it got turned into a musical somewhere along the
Well,
line.
actually, there was a movie before the movie. Actually, the movie before the movie is like black and white, and it's very boring. And I tried to watch it.
Okay,
And
well,
then they made it to a
musical,
watch,
and then
yeah.
a musical, which is currently playing off Broadway.
Yes.
That's how popular it is.
Yes.
Context, basically. There's this like nerdy boy, nerdy boy. He works at like a.
In the movie, he's actually in the movie. They're older, but the act. But anyway,
yeah,
in the
works
musical, they're younger.
Flower shop.
It's going out of business. They
Yeah,
can't sell any flowers. Literally, in Skid Row, they're not selling any flowers.
Yeah, Skid Row. It's like downtown type thing. So he
It was
basically
literally the first song talking about how bad Skid Row is.
fantasizing over this like woman that he loves, who is while tending to plants.
Her name is Audrey.
Her name is Audrey.
His name is Seymour.
Seymour finds this Venus flytrap that he names Audrey too.
He gets it from a flower shop after like a total eclipse of the sun, which doesn't sound like a smart idea if he does it anyway.
He gets it and he's like, "This is beautiful," and he names it after Audrey too. Audrey, calling it Audrey too because he loves Audrey. And I don't know, somehow the plant's alive. And the plant is like, I will basically give you all of your heart's desires if you get me blood.
Well, he does it on accident the first time. He's like, why won't you grow? And he cuts his finger, and the plant's like, He's like, wait, it's blood. And it's like, oh no.
The plant needs blood. And he's like, I'll get you everything you want if you keep giving me more blood. Yeah. So that's how that starts. And the side plot is that Audrey is currently dating an abusive, sadistic dentist.
Yeah.
Who literally chose the profession, of being a dentist because he could cause people.
Yeah, pain. He literally is a sadist. He likes the pain.
I do not know how the frick he got past dental school with that, but you know.
There's a playlist. They have like one of the like soundtracks has like these bonus songs, and one of the bonus songs was about that. I'll just send it to you. It gives him the context of how he became a dentist. Actually,
yeah,
I'll find it.
So this is a dentist who abuses Audrey.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
So as that happens, and then they're he's getting more famous with Seymour's getting a little bit more famous with the plant and stuff, and he's like, wait, I'm still feeling it blood, and it's like
bigger and
super famous. It's bigger, and then it can talk. But she's like, you need to feed me, and Seymour's like, what? He's like, you need to feed me, and he's like, what do you mean? I can't just go off and kill people. And he's like, yes, you can.
Yeah.
Who else? So there's a whole his song is talking about like, I'll give you whatever you want, just you need to keep feeding me. And then they're talking, and they like witness this like abusive situation because Audrey left her jacket or something. He gets angry, Oren gets angry about this. And he's like, "You can feed him. How about him?" And he's like, "I got." He's the song. He's like, I need blood. He's got more than enough. So then he's like, they go. He feeds him. Oh no, the part they goes to the dentist's office because he's like, I gotta kill him. So he brings his gun. He gets scared, but Oren has this weird thing where he likes laughing gas. It makes him high. He likes the feeling of it.
Sadistic and crazy.
Yeah, so he gasses himself. He puts on his helmet thing, but he gasses himself to death. He's laughing. He can't stop laughing. And Seymour's like, he's like, "Are you gonna help me?" I mean, Oren's like, "Hey, can you like help me? I'm actually like dying here. Can you help me?" And Seymour's just like, and then he dies. He falls and he's like, "I laughed myself to death," is the last line Oren says. And then and so he feeds him, and then Mr. Mushnick, who's just like Seymour's adoptive dad. So what if he adopts him because he's like, actually, I'm making money off of him, but actually, I'm joking, he's my son. It'll be all good because he's, yeah. And then he kind of finds out about like, I think you're doing something wrong. That dentist guy's kind of missing, and it's blood. I think you may not did it. Go talk to the police. And then the plan is like, you can't do that, right? You're gonna put you in jail. But if you feed him to me, it'll all be good. He does that too. So now 2 people are dead. And then there's a song that's like the meek shall inherit. So Seymour's kind of thinking about all these like choices he has to deal with, and he's like, actually, the plant needs to die because this is a terrible, terrible thing I have done because this plant's not going to stop. And he does that. He's like, I have to destroy the plant, and he's like in the plant. Well, Audrey actually before that, Audrey goes to see it at some point. She gets tricked into going to see the plant. The plant eats her. She dies. In the musical anyway. The movie's different. But in the musical, she gets fed the plant. He's like, well, I have to go destroy this plant now. So he jumps in, thinking he can save everybody, but he doesn't. And then like the plant takes over the world because people are like, Audrey 2's everywhere. And then the last song in the musical is like, they're like, whatever you offer, you don't feed the plant. The zoom is about to go boom. So I'll go on my little shop spiel in a second when it gets been. But the movie ends differently.
Yeah, there's
it's 2 different endings. Okay, so like in the movie, the ending there's like Audrey and Seymour are older in the movie than in the musical because like halfway, well, not quite halfway through, like the first like half is the same until like the part where after Oren feeds after Seymour feeds both people to the plant because that's when things happen when you get power.
Where he was like getting the power's getting to him, but also he's like,
This is getting dangerous.
We gotta talk. The 2 different endings. One's good. One's not.
Yeah, I said the bad one's the musical one is the bad one. People are like, because when they were making it into a movie, they were like, people who like watched it early, screeners were like, you can't make that ending a movie. Like that's not satisfying. So you have to change the ending.
Alternate ending. So like the good ending is they win, the plan's defeated.
Yeah, the plan is defeated because Audrey and Seymour are gonna get married, and then she gets tricked into like going to plan. The plan does bite her, but she doesn't die. And then they like Seymour, yeah, and they save the day, and Seymour saves the day, and then it's all good.
The bad ending.
They get married.
Everyone
died. Literally everyone died.
Literally, the entire world is taken. There's literally, I remember it because there's a scene at the end where like there's a giant Audrey 2 with like 2 of its heads over giant skyscrapers in the movie.
When I went to go see it, I'm trying to find I might see if I can find the picture. When I went to go see it, when they were singing
like everybody at the end is basically like, do not feed the plant.
Whatever they offer you.
Because we all died.
Literally everyone died. When I went to go see it, here's the picture I found it. Look really quickly. That's the wrong button. Then they were singing that song. They had these like vines come down. You can't explore like the lighting, but like the vines came down during that song. So like all the vines came down when they were singing "Don't Feed the Plants."
Yeah, because it's literally like, okay, now we're gonna talk about the best song in the musical, like the one that has been like a pin in it Not infinite. Like we use it for so many ships.
Oh.
Suddenly Seymour.
I'll suddenly see more. Yes. We're changing the words to it is too difficult. That's the only reason why it's not in a fic yet. I think we've used parts of it, but not like the whole song yet because we have to change the words, but a little bit. But the song
It's
is so good.
basically a love song between.
It is the song in context. It is the opening song for the second act of the musical, and that's not the opening song. It may not quite be the opening song, is it?
I don't know.
I think it is the opening. I think
know
it's either the second song or the opening song, the second act.
one of
But
the known
yeah,
songs.
no, it's not the first song. It's the second song because they're talking about how successful they are and stuff, and they're kind of just talking and not. Because Audrey says she's like randomly in the first song, she's like, "Why do I suddenly feel so depressed?" And then they kind of have this talk and they sing "Suddenly Seymour," and it's such a good
It's
song.
basically their love song. So
Mhm.
basically, Audrey has a history of her like her dad left. Mom was poor. She met a man and followed him blindly. Basically, she didn't know what a good man was.
Mhm.
And Seymour showed her what one is, and they fall in
Mhm.
love. Um,
Mhm.
we have equated the song to Parson,
Yeah,
Raleigh,
yeah.
and
I look with Jennifer Jalikai, but I haven't written it, and we talked about it.
no, Jolene,
Yeah, yeah, we did.
Jolene, and
I feel like
I
we
think
can maybe a look
Price
at Jalikai. I mean, yeah, we literally have used this song quite often. We cried one time. I think we used it and cried. Not used it, we talked about it and cried.
No, you went to see the show, and I was
I
like,
did.
listen to this song, thinking about Barson, and then we both started
Yeah.
crying.
And I was crying during it. I was like, I really went to the show, and she's like, when the song comes up, you'll know. And then I was sitting there in my seat, like,
So basically,
my
like the lyric, like the first
with me.
lyric that Seymour says is, "Lift up your head, wipe off your mascara. Here, take my Kleenex, wipe your lipstick away." Now I gotta pull up the lyric because
Where's the other song? There's so many versions of this musical though, like suddenly Seymour.
lift up your head, wash off your mascara. Here, take my Kleenex, wipe that lipstick away. Show me your face, clean as the morning. I know things were bad, but now they're okay. Another one is, you don't need no makeup, don't have to pretend. Suddenly Seymour is here to provide you with sweet understanding. Seymour's your friend. Um, Audrey is basically like, nobody ever treated me kindly. Daddy left early. Mama was poor. I meet a man and I follow him blindly. He'd snap his fingers. Me, I say, sure. Um, the end lyrics are like, suddenly Seymour showed me I can learn how to be more the girl that's inside me with sweet understanding. Seymour is my man. It's
Yeah.
basically like Audrey's becoming the woman she's meant to be with
And they
Seymour
kiss.
help and the kids. There is, I forget exactly what the production is, but there is a production where Audrey is played by a transgender woman. And so she's singing the song Seymour's helping me find the girl that's inside me, and it's literally
That's
like
really cool.
impact,
Yes.
even more impactful that way.
Yes.
Which is like,
Yeah.
it's so awesome. I have to see if I can find. I'm not gonna play it, but like the
You
people
can
that are
send it
in
to
it.
me later. You can send it to me and I'll listen to it later. Time to brighten the lights, but I don't want this color anymore. We need a different color. What color should we do the lights? I don't know.
Green.
Pink, okay.
Oh, it's by
Pink.
MJ Rodriguez and George Salazar because it was like another production they did. MJ Rodriguez
I
is
can't see
a
there.
known transgender woman. She was in the show Pose, and she got nominated for an Emmy for it. Very talented. Here, I'll send you the clip. We're not gonna play it, but go Google it.
So watch. Yeah,
It's
that's
so good. Or just listen to the song in general.
Yeah. Love Little Child Performers.
We love it.
I was little. That's my shower songs a lot of the time.
Okay, what else? Because I think that's all we gotta say about Little. Oh, we had
We talked
no.
about music today.
Wait, we can't say that. It's in the fic we haven't put out yet. I was about to say
Not yet.
something else about
I
Little
guess
Shop of Horrors, but I can't say it. It's in a fic we haven't put out yet.
Oh, I think I remember. Maybe. Is it one we wrote a long time ago, or is it one we wrote recently? It's something we talked. It's been a bit.
Oh, okay, it's fic that we haven't put out yet.
Oh yeah, the whole thing. Oh yeah. Oh well, one day. One day. He's saying that we lose it. Literally, it's so good. It's not. But writing this. What did we write this week? We wrote.
I don't
We
know. We
wrote.
do a lot.
We wrote a couple things this week. You wrote.
I've been busy and sick, so not
Yeah,
a
we
lot.
wrote a little less this week, but we did indeed write nonetheless. We wrote a little. I remember what we wrote. We wrote the bad, the sad. We wrote a lot of the sad stuff. We were.
Oh yeah.
We were doing the sad writing, and then we did more sad writing, and then we were like, "Oh, we're gonna write that birthday fic," so then we changed our course.
Yeah. Because I was
Which-
like, we need to remember to do it and do it
We're
on
gonna get
time.
on time. That's literally our goal to get started. Well, we started a little bit earlier today, but we're gonna work on that later in a little bit after we get done with this. Let's see. What else can we talk about? What else do we don't really talk about ourselves very much, but randomly storytell. But
We literally talked like literally. I don't. Okay. I mean, I think we did intros at the beginning, like on the first episode. All you need to know about me basically is I'm from Massachusetts. I love Boston sports and musicals, and I teach. And SU, that's about it.
yeah, I'm not from Alabama, which is kind of ill. But there's nothing to do here. There's nothing to look at. But we'll come here for historic reasons. But I'm going to pursuing ordination as an Episcopal priest. I'm I write a lot and I read a lot and I play video games. I love creating content of like anything and everything. I love making things. Like that's why writing is so fun to me because I get to make something that I'm proud of.
Doing school things, I do acting a little bit, and I won't be acting again for the summer, but that'll be.
Yeah, I miss it. I want to act again.
Yeah, they're doing like a announcement party soon at the Playhouse, like where it's doing their like announcement for the plays for next year. It'll probably be this June or July. I think it probably will be July when they when the next shows come. But I'll be in anyway, probably when I audition. So I don't have time during the school year to like dedicate to doing a play because with my new internship in January and stuff, I definitely will not have time to be doing a play. Even though the Playhouse is literally like 2 minutes away from my school. Like I pass like my school and then there's the Playhouse if I like go to it. But I'm gonna go to the cast party to see, not the cast party, the like announcement party to see what plays are coming next year.
Yeah, you can't. I can't. You're gonna tell me once you know.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I have no idea what they're gonna do. But yeah, what else do I do? That's about all the things I really do with my time besides like schoolwork and have fun and enjoy things.
Here or at school, I'm working at my restaurant job.
Just hiding away where I work or in my dorm room or in my house, which is only like 12 minutes away from school. But living on campus because I can. I enjoy stuff. Trying to figure out what to do with myself, but we'll find out. We think we talked about this one time before about how much we really enjoy writing together.
We do it every day.
Literally, from the time we get up in the morning until we go to sleep, we are writing together or separately. Sometimes when you go to sleep, I write on my own, or when you're gone, I'll write on my own. But sometimes we just used to write chunks and just leave and be like, "Here you go, surprise!" And you'd be like, "This was incredible." And I'm like, "Thanks," but I was trying to, because I'll write like a whole long piece sometimes and be like, that was good. It's not like I did. What did I wrote something last week. I know what I wrote. Because you were like, that was incredible. And I was like, I imagined it and it worked. I remember what it is now. But like, we've been writing together almost a year. Have you ever thought about that? We started our first started Forevermore together.
Dang.
We started Forevermore in like November.
No.
We started Forevermore like November because the pictures came out, I think, like of like Rule on Set is how we figured out we wanted to write Forevermore with the like that one line of a like that one line of the plot of 2309 gave us that whole story.
Yeah,
and then we were like, and then it came out. We were like, this is great. It was one of my favorite pieces that we wrote together. It's so good. And then the actual episode came out. And we were like, we gotta fix that. They're like,
then we went to Truth. And we're like, here.
And now we're doing night, like midnight. That night,
love it.
Truth came out
so damn much.
Literally, I feel like you said it before. You feel like it was like it was very much a learning experience for both of us to write better and more.
Yeah, because it was the first time we wrote together, and we were still learning each other's writing styles and everything. Now we literally know each other so well. We can finish each other's sentences.
Yes.
Share one singular half a brain cell.
Yeah. You'd be like, sometimes people are like, what is wrong with you guys? I'm like, sometimes we get hate comments, but not as much as we used to. You don't have a hate comment in a while.
Probably because we aren't looking.
Yeah, I'm not looking. But if we did.
We'll get a whole once we put Resistance out, I have a feeling.
Yeah,
so you gotta moderate the comments. We gotta moderate the comments right away.
We're in trouble. We're in big trouble for that one.
Big trouble. Do we care?
No. We're gonna keep writing. Literally, I'm not.
Yes.
Yeah, literally, it's probably one of my favorite pieces to be written. Even though I love Truth a lot, but like, the Resistance is like
gold. Literally, and it's plausible. They could film it if they wanted to. Not everything that they could film it,
but a lot of it could be filmed. It
would be like it'd be like an alternate canon type thing.
Yeah, literally it is. Literally it is the alternate canon. Like I took stories and like played with them a little bit. I want to record another one of those episodes again where we talked about the Resistance, but none of it's like we kind of like hopped around when we like. Those are so.
We left off on chapter 3 because we did the first 2 chapters in 3 hours.
And it's just we did. It took us 3 hours to read and explain to you. It's gonna be bad. We try to explain it later because we'll be like the bad ending path.
Like why? And we'll be like because we had bad days, so we decided to
took it out on there.
There will be days.
Like they're not bad endings. It's a 2-path kind of story.
Good ending. Takes longer to get good ending.
Yeah, Lily is it took longer and it's way more sad, but they get there eventually.
We every day, like if we don't have a set thing we'll ask each other, do we want to do fluff or inks? Depending on how our days have been prior, it'll be like, I need fluff to cheer me up, or I'm frustrated as hell. Let's go do some inks. It doesn't always spell great for. It doesn't always spell great for the characters, but it's really good writing.
It's good writing, man.
Thinking about the last thing that we did and the idea that you came up with and the idea that I came up with, and I'm like, why the hell did I come up with this? It was so good that I can't take it away.
Yeah, it's so good. We've improved so much, and that's the best thing about writing is that you practice and it gets good.
It's very key for a character who this happens to. That is does she hold it all in and just try to move on, or does she use everything she's learned and actually open up? And
it's a lot for these characters,
especially when it comes to Zero, because
somebody makes a great sacrifice. Somebody makes a very great sacrifice, and how that goes for them so far is terrible because it's not going great.
It's not going great for everybody else right now either.
It really is going terribly for everyone. But for this character particularly, they sacrifice literally everything, and for that person to lie to them continuously about keeping them.
Because he would. They would. Whatever. I probably gave it away just by saying.
Literally, you guys would be like, oh, or yeah,
of course.
Literally, so good. It makes me so happy. Like it's a little story which came from a random dream I had.
You're kind of muffled again.
Okay, actually, why is this not working? Hello,
Still kind of muffled.
come on, work please.
Still can't hear you.
Hello.
Okay, hi.
Okay, says it was said your microphone unable to access microphone. Why not? It's literally plugged in.
I hate when they do that.
Zoom can. Oh no. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, because it said Zoom detected the audio and needs to restart your computer's audio. No, we're not doing that. No, we're not. Can't do that now.
No, sorry. I'm watching a video. I got slightly distracted. Hold on.
What was I talking about? Oh, we're talking about writing still. How like literally we want to talk about it so bad. Like it's I'm
I'm
desperate to talk about it.
telling you, please change that one thing and put it out.
I mean, I want to, but I like that detail actually because I enjoy that
Well, then we
pre-telling of
have to
that story.
actually stop writing the resistance and put our button gear to get to the thing that leads to the thing that leads to the resistance.
I mean, I mean, what we could do is we could have that talk.
Leave it as you wrote it and just have it as a mention. People like, I have to explain it a little bit more, but we can leave it in. We have to add a couple paragraphs when it's first mentioned to be like, hey, this is what happened.
Okay, we could maybe do that, but you're muffled again, so I did not hear a thing you said.
I said,
how about you just type this and
okay, I don't know why.
How about you just type it in a text and tell me that way we can just keep talking about things.
Okay.
So while you text me, I'm going to think about something else to talk about. Nope, I had no idea what to talk about next.
Next time, I feel like we're gonna next time we're gonna do like a maybe like a friend quiz or something. Like we go through some random questions and be like, what would you answer this question as?
Right, let's do that now.
Okay, we'll hold on. How much time is on this way? 23. Okay, we'll go on the internet and go look up some best friend. Okay, hold on. Actually, we're gonna make this 2 episodes. We're gonna cut this episode and make it this the content, and then we're gonna make it a goofy episode where we go through the best friend quiz. And so you guys have 2 episodes.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Let's do that. Actually, that was the idea I had and forgot. That was originally was supposed to be the idea for the episode, and then I forgot.
All right, we'll be back.
So we're gonna. Well, it'll be a different episode, but we'll be back.
So,
One
bye.
second.
Thanks for listening to all this.
Bye. Thanks for listening. You get 2 episodes. Yeah. Hold on. I'll be back. Actually, I can just stop recording and keep.